أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, as He begins His address to mankind, in the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, He describes the Quran as a text in which there is no doubt. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Then he goes on to say that this book is a guidance for those who believe, those who have faith. And those people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes with a number of characteristics. The first of them, He says, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Those who believe in the unseen, they believe in the unseen. A primary portion of being amongst the believers, amongst those who have faith, is to believe in the unseen. There are things that are beyond the carpet you're sitting on. There are things beyond the wood that I'm standing on. There are things beyond the ceiling that is above us. And there are things that are beyond the senses we have and the things that we can detect with our senses. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala affirms us by saying that this book is a guidance for those who believe in the unseen. And we as Muslims, we believe in an amazing aspect of the unseen, which is what we know as barakah. When Allah gives barakah in something, the quantity might be the same, but when Allah gives barakah, the object that has barakah will bring much more joy, much more happiness, much more comfort. During the battle of Tabuk, when the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba were returning from Tabuk, during the battle of Tabuk, when they were returning, there was very small amount of water available to them. There was very small amount of water, so the Prophet ﷺ told them to bring him all the water, and he put all the water in a small container and a canister. And then he ﷺ dipped his hands and said Bismillah, and then he said Al-Barakatu min Allah. Barakah comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that small can, that small container of water, over 1,000 Sahaba, not only did they drink from it, they made wudu with it. If it was me and you, would have taken that container of water and drank it, and that's it, it would have been done. But the Prophet ﷺ asked Allah to put barakah in the water. The quantity was the same, but the quality of the water sufficed for more than 1,000 people. And there are several other instances in the life and the times of our Prophet ﷺ that demonstrates the reality of barakah. Hence, as we as Muslims, we believe only Allah and Allah alone has the power to bestow barakah. Not me, not you, not a holy saint. Only Allah has the power to bestow barakah on something or someone or an object or money or our times. So many people in 1 hour, they accomplish so much. And other people with thousands of hours, they accomplish nothing. Why? It's because of barakah. And this is one of the primary meanings when we praise Allah and we say Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, tabaraka alladhi biyadihi al-mulk, tabaraka alladhi nazzala al-Furqan. And what does tabarak mean? Of the meanings of tabarak is that Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah, and there is nothing evil from you. Tabarak means you want barakah, you ask the tabarak. Only the one who is tabarak can give you barakah. So what are some of the ways that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has informed us so we can increase the barakah in what we have, the barakah in our homes, the barakah in our money, the barakah in our time. Of the most powerful ways to bring barakah in our lives is to associate with the most mubarak object that we have access to. I repeat, the way to increase the barakah in our lives is to associate with the object that has the most barakah that we can possibly have access to. And that is the Quran. The Quran, Allah calls it Kitabun Mubarak in so many verses. There is nothing more blessed that we have immediate access to than the Quran. The Quran, all of it is barakah. Its tafsir is barakah. Its tadabbur is barakah. Its memorization is barakah. Listening to it is barakah. Everything associated with the Quran is barakah. So if we want barakah in our lives, bring in the Mubarak. And what is the Mubarak? Allah says, Kitabun anzalnahu ilayka mubarakun. This is one of the sources of barakah, and it was one of the sources of barakah because it is the speech of Allah, which is a divine attribute. Everything related to the Quran will bring about barakah. It is authentically narrated that our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, should I not tell you something that if you do it, then it will be better than you to earn a camel a day. A camel a day is like a car a day. Who earns a car a day? They said, what can that be, Ya Rasulullah? He said, if one of you comes to the masjid and studies one ayah, memorizes one ayah, it is better than you than one camel. 2 ayat, better than 2 camels, and so on and so forth. And in a hadith in Sahih Bukhari, when a companion was reciting the Quran, he saw a peaceful light come down from the sky. He looked up and stopped reciting, the light went up. And then he continued reciting, the light came down. And then he came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, such and such happened. And he said that was the sakina that came down from Allah. The angel came down in your presence, listening to the Quran, listening to you reciting the Quran. When we recite the Quran, the angels come. And when the angels come, they bring sakina, they bring blessings. So if you want to increase the barakah in your lives, associate yourself with the Quran. Start your day with the Quran. Read even a page, even half a page. Make it a routine every single day that you do something that is associated with the Quran. And it is a guarantee that there will be barakah and increase in barakah in your lives. Another way to bring barakah in our lives, very simple, very interesting. Work hard and start early. Yes, indeed, reading the Quran brings barakah, but if we are to sit in our homes and do dhikr, Allah won't make money fall from the sky. It doesn't work like that. Our deen is a balance between the deen and the dunya. We have to balance between our deen and dunya and come together. We put our trust in Allah and then we put in the effort. Our Prophet ﷺ, he said, بُورِكَ لِأُمَّتِي فِي بُكُورِهَا. Allah has given barakah to my ummah when they wake up early in the morning and start doing what they need to do. Very interesting. بُورِكَ لِأُمَّتِي فِي بُكُورِهَا. Right after Fajr, go do something productive, go to your work, learn some new skills, go exercise, whatever it might be. That's the meaning, bukuriha, starting early in the morning and putting in the effort. One other method to bring barakah in our lives, in our wealth, in our families, in our children, in our houses, and in our livelihoods. Very simple and explicit. Be good to other people, and especially your relatives. Very simple. To have good akhlaq, to have silatul rahim, to respect the elders, to forgive and to overlook, to be good-mannered, to establish the ties of kinship and to take care of your parents. If you are good to other people, Allah would put barakah in your personal life. How do we know this? So many ahadith. All of them are Prophet ﷺ. He said, hadith in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, muttafaqun alayh, whoever wishes to live longer and be blessed in his wealth should do silatul rahim with his relatives. Whoever wishes to be increased in life and wealth, فَلْيَصِلُ رَحِمَهُ. Let him be good to his relatives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who recite the Quran, and let the Quran be the light of our chest. May He make us of those who are productive in the early hours of the day, and allow us to fulfill the ties of kinship. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله ولكم واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله اما بعد. Brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. By the passing of time, indeed, mankind is in loss. Regardless what stage we are in our lives, the rich, the poor, the sick, the healthy, our time in this world is decreasing. Here we are at the end of another year, and our time in this world is decreased by one more year. Our limit of time that we all have a fixed portion of time in this world has decreased by one more year. Looking back, we might be wondering where that 365 days went. We might be wondering how much progress have we made in our lives. We might be wondering how can I make sure to utilize the remaining time to the best of our abilities before we move on to the next life. Perhaps the answer lies in the amount of barakah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed in our lives. Perhaps there's a lack of barakah in our time with all the social media and the entertainment pulling us away from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dear brothers and sisters, an easy way to check how much barakah you have in your lives is to see what you are busy with in your day-to-day activities. What keeps you busy? If you don't have time for the Quran, no time for the masjid, no time for your families, no time for your parents, then it might be a sign that there is no barakah in your life. And without barakah in your lives, the years will go by like seconds, and before you know it, you will be looking at the angel of death, thinking and wondering, what have I done with my life? Dear brothers and sisters, I encourage myself and all of you, if you want a fruitful and productive life, ask the Tabarak and the Ta'ala for barakah. You want barakah, ask the Tabarak and the Ta'ala. How else are we going to get barakah unless the Tabarak gives you the barakah? So we say, Ya Allah, you are the Tabarak and the Ta'ala, who else is going to give us barakah other than you? And this is what we learn from the Sunnah of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He taught the Sahaba how to ask Allah for barakah. For example, the grandson of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Hasan ibn Ali, he said, my grandfather taught me the dua to say in the withered prayer. And it's a long prayer, but one phrase in it, وَبَارِكْ لِي فِي مَا أَعْطَيْتَنِي. Oh Allah, whatever you have given me, put barakah in it. What a general, comprehensive dua. You give me some food, Ya Allah, put barakah in it. You give me some money, Ya Allah, put barakah in it. You gave me one day today, Ya Allah, put barakah in it. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for barakah. Oh Allah, increase the barakah in all that you have given us. Abu Hurairah narrated that the Prophet, he once went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, yesterday I heard you make a dua, and this was one of the phrases I heard what you said. The Prophet ﷺ said, What is it? He said, Allahumma ighfir li dhanbi wa wasi' fi dari wa barik li fi rizqi. O Allah, forgive my sins and make my house bigger for me, and give me barakah in the rizq that you have given me. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, O Abu Hurairah, is there anything else left to ask in this dua? Is there anything else you need? He said, no. And the Prophet ﷺ said, then stick to this dua. So brothers and sisters, you want barakah? Constantly make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase your barakah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the upcoming year the most productive year of our lives, and pour barakah in our homes, in our children, and in our rizq. Allahumma inni da'in fa'amin. Allahumma la tad'a lana fi hadha al-yawmi dhanban illa ghafarta, wa la hamman illa farajta, wa la daynan illa qadayta, wa la maridan illa shafayta, wa la 'asiran illa yassarta. Allahumma ighfir lana wa li ikhwanina alladhina sabaquna bil iman, wa la taj'al fi qulubina ghillan lil ladhina amanu rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم من أرادنا وأراد الإسلام بسوء فاشغله بنفسه واجعل تدبيره في تدبيره يا قوي يا عزيز. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروا على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وما تلك بيمينك يا موسى؟ قال هي عصاي أتوكل عليها وأهش بها على غنمي ولي فيها مآرب أخرى. قال ألقها يا موسى فألقاها فإذا هي حية تسعى. قال خذها ولا تخف سنعيدها سيرتها الأولى واضمم يدك إلى جناحك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء آية أخرى لنريك من آياتنا الكبرى. اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء نحوا سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم. Have him come over here. Brother who just accepted Islam, could you come forward, please? Okay, we'll go through the announcement right now. Come on in.
Yes.
May Allah bless you. Come on in.
Introduce yourself.
He's already went through the...
Yeah, he did went through the motion, but just introduce him.
Okay, I'm sorry, your name, brother?
Clarence. His name is Clarence.
Clarence, please, everybody, wish for him the best, inshallah, and pray for him, for his family. Thank you, brother. Are you a student? You live in Champaign. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Welcome anytime. We are honored to have you. Okay. Jazakallah. Thank you. Okay, the Khatib today was Brother Farhan. Please make dua for him. Please donate for the masjid. Friday prayer, you always have to have a mask. You always have to have a mask at Friday prayer only. Other time also, it's a good thing if you can. Islamic school will start, inshallah, on January 22nd. Please make dua for Sister Wibdan. She's the mother of Sister Lubna al-Laham, and she's the mother-in-law of Brother Muhammad Raju. She has two major operations of call. No visitors, please. No visitors, please. Please welcome Brother Mubarak. Where's Brother Mubarak? Is he here? Brother Mubarak, come on in. We want to introduce Brother Mubarak. He came in into this community. May Allah bless him. We are honored to have you. And you're from Ghana. So everybody welcome him, please, and make dua for him, inshallah. Lunch today is chicken and beef heroes. Assalamu alaikum. Well, City, this is an announcement. I have to go pick up somebody from the house. Could you shoot a compliment, please? Just Imam, he's going to be... Okay. I'm going to cook, but what's the plan? Oh, ساعة الساعة 2 نعم 2 و5 2 و5
واحد